They are real people with real names and real history, often hidden in plain sight. Many of us are unaware that the person they pass during their work hours actually live on the street not far from the workplace in the night. They may be sleeping on makeshift cardboard bed in the same location, not far away.
He was telling us that he's been sleeping on the streets for 20 years, and he went a bit deeper and asked him what happened. He said he was waiting for his friend to return his money that he sold his flat for. We brought him to the CPF board, we brought him back to HDB. Then we realized that actually the money that he got from the proceeds from the sale of his flat was actually put back into CPF, and he didn't know.
There was this one uncle, he would drink quite a lot, and then whenever he sees us, he basically just say hello and one-liners like that. After 6 months, he quietly put me aside and told me one night that he wanted to change his life, And I asked him, "Oh, uncle, sure. I mean, what made you want to change?" And then he just said, "Because I see how much you love me." And then, I asked him, how do you know we love you? And he simply said, "Because you keep coming back again and again."
In 2015, I decided to tell the stories of the homeless by doing a research, which is the PhD research. My colleagues were actually very worried for me. They were basically asking, "Are you sure there are homeless people in Singapore? Are you sure you're able to do this research?"
I'm thinking about stereotyping. We mentioned that in passing as well. How when you look at a homeless person, somehow you have certain ideas about them. You think very negatively about them.
I think one of the key stereotypes is that homeless people in Singapore choose to be homeless. But people are not homeless by choice. I think it's important to change this mindset when we help homeless people, especially we are talking about helping homeless people today, because it leads to this assumption that there are some homeless people that deserve help because they are there not by their own choice, and others who don't deserve help because they have chosen a certain lifestyle. Now, are these really choices? Or do they actually reflect the limitations faced by a group of our fellow Singaporeans among us? So, in my opinion, actually it shows a lack of available options to people, that they have to sleep outside.
New Hope Community Services has been providing shelter to the homeless individuals and families for the last 16 years. And we want to make it a point to go beyond just providing a roof over their head, because they came with many painful stories, and many of them, they actually lost hope to dream again.
In fact, I think that's one of the most important things that we do is to just go out and look for them. We don't wait for them to come to us. We go to them. We encourage and share the message about importance of whoever you are, wherever you come from. You want to help the homeless, you have to go out and find them.
As a ministry, what we did was we came in, we got everybody together. We managed to finally form a network of peers. And actually, we aptly call it Peers Network.
For the longest time, we have legislation that seemed to simply go out there and just clear them off the street and put them in a van and take them to some welfare homes and so on. So some of them, of course, resist, wanting to be moved like that. So suddenly you appear and you are not taking them anywhere, but you're asking them if you can, understand them better and help them. So yes, we have come a long way.
I think thinking about the bigger picture, I maybe had turn the question around. How can organization help you guys? What can Homeless Heart do to help catalyze Singapore, the culture of Singapore, to become a city of refuge? That means, how can we raise awareness? The people hear about this. How can we do to raise awareness about what you as a business, you as a family, you as an individual, you as a church or temple or mosque, or even a government or whatsoever, what can you do in your capability and capacity that you have, do to help the homeless people around you reintegrate back to society?
I think I want to write on that to say, I think what we are trying to, hoping to achieve is really get a movement going. People really saying that I want to help. Okay? Yes. And I don't really need to join Homeless Hearts or Catholic Welfare or New Hope to help. I can, within my own group, I can come to a homeless hut and say, hey, look, tell me about befriending. I want to go and do my own befriending because around my neighborhood, I see a few homeless, but I don't know what to do.
So I think one of the key issues that we face here in Singapore is long-term homelessness. How a community can help here is we find that homeless people, they can go into shelters, but then they come back out. So homelessness is a recurring issue here. And more importantly, people to resolve conflicts when conflicts arise. What we really need here is also a community of, or a network of people with the knowledge and the expertise to provide effective and meaningful interventions for homeless people.
These homeless people are very much an integral part of our community, our society. And until we see it as our collective problem, we will not be able to give them the housing security that they need. Because they need not only to get out of homelessness, they need to stay out of homelessness.